From the WBBZ-TV studio in the Eastern Hills Mall, it's time to play where two teams come together in a battle of wits to determine who will leave with bragging rights. And now, here's your host, John DeShillo, with today's two teams.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on WBBZ-TV, your hometown Me TV station. We have a very special show tonight because we have the youngsters from St. Mary's School in Swormville. We're happy to have them here, and we welcome on the X side the St. Mary's boys. There they are. Congratulations for being here, guys. You're looking good. A round of applause for our team. And on the blue side, we have the St. Mary's girls right there. Yeah. We have a great big audience. We'll show them in just a little bit. But first, we want to introduce our scorekeeper. Would you say hi to Katie Bishop? Hello, Katie. Katie, tell us a little bit about the school, where you are and how long you've been there and what it's all about.
Well, our school is a nice little town school in East Amherst, New York, and it's a nice family atmosphere. We have wonderful faculty and great families, very supportive.
Great. Well, and what grade do you teach over there, Katie?
I teach 4th grade.
Good for you. And we'll meet you in just a little bit. But now, friends, it's time to introduce our team captains. So I'm going to come over and introduce you to them. You are?
Zachary Lewick.
Where are you from, Zachary?
Lockport, New York.
Thanks for being on the show today. And what's your favorite subject in school?
Science.
Science. Okay, well, good. Maybe we'll have a science question. And I know you're joined on the team by Adam. Hello, Adam. And Michael's on the team, and also John. So we'll introduce you to those folks as we move through the game. All right, thanks for being here, boys. And now we're going to come over and meet the St. Mary's girls. And you are?
Mia Gilham.
Mia, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. What's your favorite subject in school?
Science.
Science, okay. And let's see, Mia is joined by Mary Catherine. Hi, Mary Catherine. And Anna Arno, and also Elizabeth Van Patten. So we welcome those girls to the show. All right, the girls are going to start, and we're going to get ready because it's, just the way we're going to do it. Our question will play just like we play always, 10 points in the first round, 20 in the second, 30 in the third. Take a look at the game board that Katie is standing in front of, because teams, as you start, you want to pick your game block, which would designate where your O or your X would go. You want to get your O's or your X's across, up and down a diagonal for a bonus of 50 points. And if you win, you become eligible for your school to receive 3 LED HD TVs from Dirt Cheap TV. How about that? That's a great prize, right? Absolutely. All right, so Mia, here we go. We're going to start with you. All right, take a look at the monitor. Where would you like your game block to go?
B3.
B3. Okay, B3 over there, Mrs. Bishop. There you go. Point to where B3 is. There you go. All right, we're going to start with your first question for 10 points. There are 6 white stripes on the American flag. How many red stripes are there? Okay. Is there A, 5, B, 6, or C, 7? Okay, girls. Mia, what do you think?
C7.
All right, Katie, is that the correct answer?
Yes, it is.
C7, correct. There we have an O on the board and 10 points. All right, boys, it's your turn. And Zachary, where would you like your game block to go?
C2.
All right, C2. Over there, Katie. February usually has 28 days, but this year, in 2016, it will have 29 days. When is the next year when February will have 29 days? Is it A, 2018, B, 2020, or C, 2022? Okay, Zachary, you ready? All right, shout it out.
2020.
B.
That's correct.
Yes, the X goes on the board. Every 4 years is a leap year with the extra day added to February.
We did it.
Good job, boys. Okay. Mia, you're up next. Take a look at the game block. Where would you like it to go?
B2.
B2. Katie, there you are. How many zeros are there in 1 million? A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6? How many zeros are there in 1 million? What do you think?
C.
C, 6?
Yeah.
Katie?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's take a look. I think we have an image of that to take a look at what 1 million looks like, and there it is. Hopefully we'll have 1 million smiles from St. Mary's and Swormville. Boys are here next. Zachary, where would you like your game block to go?
B1.
B1 at the top for an X. Take a look at the image on the screen. Which of these presidents is not on Mount Rushmore? A, Andrew Jackson, B, Abraham Lincoln, or C, George Washington?
Andrew Jackson.
B is the selection. Last question in round 1. Katie?
That's correct.
Correct answer. 10 points. Let's take a look at Andrew Jackson, President of the United States, way back when. All right. Katie, over there, Katie Bishop, 4th grade teacher at St. Mary of Swormville. Our students are here. What's the score as we end round 1? Take a look at the bottom of the board there.
We have the red X team with 20 and the blue O team with 20, so it's a tie.
It's a tie game with our friends from St. Mary's. We'll be back with more fun on bragging rights right after this. Welcome back to Bragging Rights here with Katie Bishop. And Katie, really bright students at St. Mary's School. Talk to me about the technology, how important that is.
We have great technology at our school. Every classroom has a smart board, and really preparing the students for, their future in the 21st century.
And you go from kindergarten to 8th grade?
Actually, yeah, we have a Montessori children's house as well for pre-K.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so that's very, very, very special. Where is the school located again?
We're on Transit Road in East Amherst.
All right, and how long have you been a teacher?
I've been there 9 years.
Oh, good for you. A lot of students coming and going through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you make a big influence on their lives.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the website for St. Mary's. There it is. If you want to get more information, you can check them out online. And if you'd like to enroll your student there and just find out more about the good things that they do. And we are welcoming back to our show on the blue side, the St. Mary's girls. There they are for round 2. And they're playing against their friends, the St. Mary's boys. All right, I'm going to come over now and introduce you to 2 more members of the team. 2 more members. I'll start with you, and you are?
I'm Mary Catherine Berger.
How are you, Mary Catherine Berger?
Good.
What do you like to do in school?
Recess.
Recess. Well, how about your favorite subject besides recess?
Music.
Music's good. Yeah, very nice. Well, I'm happy that you're here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Mary Catherine Berger is with us. And next, we'll come over to Anna Arno. Anna, how are you?
Good.
Good. And Anna, what's your favorite subject at school?
Lunch.
Lunch, okay. How about beyond lunch and recess?
Gym.
Okay, gym is good to stay healthy. All right, well, thanks for playing the game today.
You're welcome.
All right, Anna Arno is here. Let's come over now and meet 2 more members of the boys' team. You are?
Adam Stafford.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good.
What do you like to do in school?
I like math.
Math, okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Gitsville, New York.
All right, thanks for joining us on the game today. And you are, son?
Michael Massey.
Michael, how are you?
Good.
What do you like to do at school? We have math, gym, recess?
Science.
Science, okay. Very good. Good subject. Where are you from?
New York.
From where in New York? From Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's where you're from right now. All right, the St. Mary's boys are here, and they're on TV for the first time, just like me. We're all having fun. The girls are going to start. What is the score as we get into round 2, Katie?
We have a tie. 20-20.
And each question, by the way, is worth 20 points in this round, so we'll see who moves ahead. Girls, you're up next. Mia, take a look at the game board. Where would you like your block to go?
C3.
C3. Katie is what they're asking for. Up to question 5. In grammar, the letters A, E, I, O, and U are called what? A, multiples, B, consonants, or C, vowels?
C vowels.
She says C, vowels, Katie Bishop.
No question about it.
There you go. 20 more points on the board. Congratulations. Up to question 6. Zachary is team captain. Take a look at the game board. Where do you want your block to go?
D3.
D3. Remember, you want to try to get them across, up and down, or diagonal. Guys, when you boot a computer, what are you doing to it? A, shutting it down. B, starting it up. Or C, checking the internet connection. When you boot a computer.
Starting
Ready?
it up.
Starting it up. B.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right, the boys are having a good time. Girls having a good time?
Yep.
Good. Okay, Mia, you're next. Take a look at the game board. Where do you want that block to go?
C4, please.
C4. Which of these languages is not a national language in Canada? A, Spanish, B, French, or C, English?
A, Spanish.
A, Katie, is what the selection is.
They better know this, that's right.
All right. Mia, is that something you've learned in school a little bit?
Fifth grade.
In history? In fifth grade. Oh, in fifth grade. Okay. All right, we're up to question 8, and the boys are next. Zachary, there's the game board for you to take a look at. Where do you want your block to go?
A1.
A1. All right. Said with
smart.
great conviction. Which of these is not a good rule to follow when you're riding your bike? A, always wear a bicycle helmet. B, watch out for other people, cars, and obstacles. Or C, when you want to turn, yell out which way very loudly.
C.
C.
That's correct.
Yes, you don't want to do that. And you always want to wear your helmet when you ride your bike, correct?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Or else you
All
get
the time.
brain damage.
You wear your helmet, Mia, when you ride your bike? Good for you.
Thanks.
All right, there's the game board for you. You're up next. Where do you want your game block to go?
A2.
A2. What county are Buffalo and Williamsville in? A, Erie, B, Niagara, or C, Allegheny?
A, Erie.
A,
That's
Erie.
correct. Very good.
Yeah, good job. You know, sometimes in the version of bragging rights with adults, we don't get as many accurate and perfect answers like we're getting here from St. Mary's. All right, boys, you're next. There's the game board. Where do you want your block to go, Zach?
A4.
Okay, A4. Big strategy here. What is the first line of the United States national anthem? A, my country 'tis of thee. B, oh beautiful for spacious skies. Or C, oh say can you see?
C.
C.
That's correct.
There it is. Oh say can you see? Of the dawn's early light. A few more minutes left in our round of round 2. The girls are next. Mia?
B4, please.
B4. Okay. The day before the season of Lent starts on Ash Wednesday is sometimes called Fat Tuesday. In some cities and countries, the parades and celebrations on Fat Tuesday are known by its French name. Let's take a look at the image. Is it A, Hardy Kiri, B, Mardi Gras, or C, Bon Voyage?
B.
Okay. B, Mardi Gras.
It's Mardi Gras.
Yes, it is Mardi Gras. Exciting time of the year just before Easter time. Our last question in round 2 goes to Zach and the boys. Boy, that game board's filling up. We're going to have to get a new game board. Where do you want your block to go, Zach? What do you think?
C1.
C1.
That means
The season of Lent in Christian communities is a period of prayer and penance leading up to what holy day? A, Easter, B, Christmas, or C, Thanksgiving?
Easter.
A,
That's correct.
Easter it is. St. Mary's. All right, we're wrapping up round 2. Katie Bishop, what's the score?
We're still tied 100 to 100.
100 to 100. This could be the highest scoring game ever in the history of bragging rights. We'll be back. We're going to say it to our studio audience when we come back right after this.
Bragging Rights on WBBZ-TV, your hometown television station, will continue after this from our sponsors.
Look at this great big studio audience. Oh, what kind of applause is that? Give yourselves a round of applause. St. Mary's of Swormville is in the house here at WBBZ-TV. We have these great students and parents and teachers are here, and we're having a lot of fun. Katie Bishop is one of the teachers. Everybody love Katie over there? Everybody give a round of applause to Katie. And, of course, our teams that are there. Katie, talk to me about the grades that are represented on our teams today and some of the specialties that you're teaching them.
Well, today we have 4th and 5th graders, and we're learning about exploration and colonial times and all sorts of fun things in social studies and ELA.
And ELA, English Language Arts. All right, and Katie's been there teaching for several years, and we're happy that the teams are here, and the girls are here for round 3. Give yourselves a round of applause, girls. We're happy to have you back. We'll meet the last member of the team over there. And they're playing against the boys right here on the red side. All right. Okay, I'll introduce you to the last member of the team. You are?
Elizabeth Van Patten.
How are you doing?
Good.
What do you like to do at school?
I like math.
Math is a good subject. Where are you from?
East Amherst.
East Amherst, New York. Thanks for playing our game today.
You're welcome.
All right. Everybody's got a nice smile. And over here, you are, son?
Josh.
Josh, how are you?
Good.
Good. Where are you from, Josh?
Clarence, New York.
Clarence. What do you like to do at school?
Social studies.
Social studies is a good subject. You feeling good?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for being here on the show today. We have one more round to go. Katie Bishop, what is the score as we get into round 3?
We are still tied at 100.
100. All right. And look, we're running out of game blocks. This could be a very interesting matchup as we get into the final round here with just a few minutes left in the game. We're up to question 13. Mia, you're next. Take a look at the game board. Where would you like your block to go?
D1.
D1 at the top. Katie Bishop. Which of the following is not a primary color? A, blue, B, green, or C, red? Okay, Mia.
C, red.
C. Katie?
That is incorrect.
Yeah, B, green. The primary colors are blue, yellow, and red. Okay, didn't get a correct answer there. 30 points, by the way, for each question in this round. Zach?
D1.
D1 at the top. All right, we're going to see if we can get a bonus of 50. They tried to get a block, the girls, with this one. Let's see if you can get it with this, with the 50. In the Harry Potter books, humans who do not possess magical powers are called, take a look at the screen, A, Hogwarts, B, Muggles, or C, Slytherins?
Muggles.
Muggles, B.
That's correct.
Yes, they got 50 points. There's the game board. Katie Bishop, we want you to wave your magic arms just like you were erasing the board at school, and the board will magically go to blank. The scores remain the same, but that just opens up our game board for blocks. Okay, the boys got 50 points there, so Mia, let's try to get more points for you. Where would you like your block to be?
A1.
A1 at the top. Question 15. Which of the following is an example of public transportation? A bus, B, a car, or C, a bicycle?
A bus.
A bus.
That's correct.
Yes, B-A it is, a bus. The boys are next. Zachary, what do you think?
B2.
B2. All right. Which of these people is not running for president of the United States? A, Donald Trump, B, Hillary Clinton, or C, Barack Obama?
C.
Jumped right in there.
That's correct.
He is correct. He is the current president, and he's not running.
I'm not politics.
A few more minutes left in this exciting game. Question 17. Girls, pick a game block, Mia.
B1.
B1 at the top. What is the word for a scientist who studies plants? A, botanist, B, zoologist, or C, meteorologist?
A, please.
A, botanist.
That's correct.
Yeah, 30 points up. 2 more minutes left in the game. St. Mary's boys, Zach?
D1.
D1 at the top. That'll be our last question, actually. What was Apollo 11? A, a Roman emperor, B, a character in the Rocky movies, or C, space flight?
Space flight.
Space flight.
That's correct.
Yeah, see it is. First trip to the moon. These are the best students ever who've been on the show, and we welcome them here to our WBBZ-TV studios with their teachers and parents. We're so happy that they're here. Katie Bishop is a teacher over at St. Mary's in Swormville. What is the final score?
Final score, girls had 160 and boys had 210.
Ooh, so the boys, you are the bragging rights champs for this special edition. And the whole school becomes eligible for those 3 TVs from Dirt Cheap TV. And you know, we're going to send everybody home with some fun prize. It's a little rubber chicken you can wear around your neck just for fun, because that's what we do here at Bragging Rights. We want to have fun each and every day. Katie Bishop, thanks for all the good things you do for the students over there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you would like to join us here, go to our website, WBBZ.TV, click the Bragging Rights icon, sign up, chat, and we'll get right back to you. We'll put you right here on the podium, just like these fine folks. All right, we're going to say goodbye. Everybody in the audience, wave, because we're going to see you on the next edition of Bragging Rights. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks, St. Mary's in Swormville.